Today will be an unforgettable day for a lot of people. High and low, mixed emotions. A lot has happened today, the 24th of July. Decided to come out to make sense for this guy right here. Today, we lost Hulk Hogan. Thunderlips, Hollywood Hogan. Just an icon from our childhood. Look at this right next to Macho Man Randy Savage. Welcome to today's video as of recording of this Thursday, July 24th, 2025. Started off with the highs and lows. The high is, I woke up this morning thinking about today's the first day of San Diego Comic-Con. I'm gonna come back to that. I was fortunate enough to see the Hulkster about two and a half months. Sometime in April, May area. One of the last public places that he was at. He spent a couple of weeks in this area promoting his beer, and I caught him getting out of the car. It was such an experience for me because I saw him wrestling in San Diego in 1986 from a distance. Like, just remember he was wrestling the Iron Sheik, and it was the last match of the night, and it was just, you know, from being a kid, like just looking like way down, like there was Hulk Hogan, and now, you know, just a few months ago he was right in front of me just getting out of his car, and now it's a sad day. We lost Hulk Hogan. Wanted to stop at Make Sense Variety Store and find something nostalgic, find something to remember the Hulkster by. Pretty much your destination for pop culture, collectibles. You know, if someone else doesn't have it, Make Sense Variety Store will. And there's something special inside the door. Of course there was last time. Hopefully he's still here. And I thought, you know what, I'm gonna come out. They're open till 6 o'clock every day. It is a little after 5. So for the next hour, they are open. Hopefully the Hulkster is right on the other side of this door. Yeah, there he is. I came here just for this. I came here to see Hulk Hogan. Here's all their WWF, WWE. They have Stone Cold up here. There's the Rock. I thought that if any place would have one of those, I had those thumb wrestlers. I had a Hulk Hogan. Look at this. Oh my gosh. It's Martin Short. I cannot think of his name. Saturday Night Live skit, $24.99. Oh, I'm gonna have to ask the gentleman working here. I cannot place his name for a second. Look at the General Lee right there. Okay, there are some more wrestlers here. Gosh, I hope I can find a Hulk Hogan. Of course, you know, you only think of this when you know somebody passes. You're like, you know what? I want to go out and see if I can find the Hulkster. And I'm sure there were a lot of people that were here today going through everything and finding anything Hulk Hogan they could. Remember, I would buy these at Kmart during the Ultimate Warrior days, and you kind of had their action. Before that, they were the big rubber guys, and I didn't have the giant ones. I had the smaller ones that would fit on your thumb. I'm not sure, maybe that might be what I'm talking about, but yeah, there's the Ultimate Warrior down there. Look at all the wrestlers we have lost. I can't believe, you know, when I saw Hulk Hogan, I mean, he's pretty stiff, you know. I mean, his, you know, from the years of wrestling, the toll that's on his body, and him touring around, and you know, this soon he passes. Like, it's just crazy that he spent his last couple of months. I think Ozzy the same way. I think he just had a concert, and you know, weeks later they passed. You have the Macho Man right here, the snap into a Slim Jim. Hulk Hogan wins the belt. 12 collector stickers inside. Like this right here. Like this is the Hulkster that I would have saw in San Diego. You know, from a distance, from Rocky 3. See, I'll pick this up. Look at this. It's just a kid. Mean Gene, the Iron Sheik. I swear that's who he fought that night. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, we'll pick this up. Here we year would this be? 1983, I'm guessing. Maybe even earlier. So that's right here, the TNA. There's everyone signed it except Hogan. Up here, WrestleMania with the Ultimate Warrior. A lot of people came in here, and there wasn't a lot of Hulk Hogan stuff. And the gentleman found one thing. Like, wait a second, there's something. You really gotta look. I'll show you where I found this. The stickers. There's so much stuff. It's like it's so easy to miss it. And people have been coming in all day and trying to find whatever Hulk Hogan they could. Still some here. Kind of switch gears just for a second while I'm here. Take a look at some of the games. Looking at some of the PlayStation. See if there's anything that any Blitz, of course, or Hang Time or Showtime. The Time Crisis. So always just gotta look around when we're at Makes Sense. Could be anything, literally just behind here. Still want to get that Batman game for my GameCube. That's another system that I gotta start thinking about. Look at this Ultra Games Operation C, $199.99 Game Boy. Castlevania Bloodlines. Get the Spider-Man Shattered Dimensions. Yeah, so all of this back here, it's so, you really gotta just kind of stop and just stare. But it could be, look at, it was right by Terminator right there. He was right behind it. It was a Goldberg. So much stuff. Get the Lex Luthor. He's not in his power suit. The old Kenner superpowers. Yeah, I could have been here this whole time. I've never seen that before. Used to be a Dark Side mug holder from the Burger King. I wonder if he's still here. Takes a little bit to kind of look, and then all of a sudden, boom. Or no, it might not have been Darkseid. It might have been Batman, but yeah, everything just kind of blends in. Thundercats poster up there. There's some prints, some wrestlers, but yeah, came here for Hulkster. This is awesome. I hope this stays here though the whole time. Like, it's just awesome. You walk in and he's greeting you. There's Andre the Giant right there. Also, look at, there's some Thundercats. There's Lion-O and Panthro. So there's a new Super 7 Thunder Tank coming out. And you get Panthro, you get the Thunder Tank. It's $500. Or you can just pick up Panthro for $10. Look at this. I mean, these are the originals. Like, I had three. I had Mumra, Lion-O, and Panthro. I don't have the nunchucks, but $500 for the Super 7. Like, that's just insane. And Bret the Hitman Hart over here. A lot of wrestling, a lot of throwback. Owner's a huge wrestling fanatic. The X-Men, X-Force. These are all new. I've not seen these since the last time. New arrivals. I believe that's a Thundercat too. I think there's a Masters of the Universe, the old Batman, and more Masters of the Universe, and yeah, that's from the movie. That's the Masters of the Universe movie. Dolph Lundgren. This is what I picked up. I'll show it at the end of the video, but I wanted a shot by Hulk Hogan. Made the drive just for this, just to stand in front of Hulk Hogan again. Bought this close to him in real life a few months ago, and it was an experience. And I'll share a little of that. Gonna miss the Hulkster. It's this huge part of my childhood and everyone's childhood. We all love the guy. Gosh, they have so much stuff here right now. I'm blown away with how much Makes Sense has. Until next time, Hulkster. Look at everyone we lost so far this year. Hulk Hogan, Paul Rubin, Pee Wee Herman. I mean, this right here. This is our childhood. Like, you're 80s, 90s kid. Like, you watched this RoboCop. Little, yeah, there's parts of it that I think I remember my dad going, I can't watch this part. For the most part, I mean, they made him out to be a superhero, you know, toy line cartoon. Yeah, even Terminator might have been, you know what I'm saying. And Gremlins, after all this time, was really a horror movie. Like, I didn't get that in, what was that, 84, 85? I didn't necessarily feel that watching it as a kid, but yeah, this is our childhood, isn't it? The start of Comic-Con San Diego is today, and yeah, I thought about going into a very brand new spot for me. Lost World Wonders comic book store. So Comic-Con, I'm sure a lot of you are aware of this. You know, I was kind of thinking, like, you know what, maybe next year I should go out to San Diego and check it out. You have to buy tickets literally a year in advance. So September 21st, basically 2 months from right now, as of recording of this, the tickets go on sale. That is how hard it is to get a pass, to get a, they might have called it maybe a lanyard or a badge. 12 months. Well, 10 months before it starts. See this show on Amazon? Yeah, check out Loki here. So there's figures here that I have never seen before. That places, you know, collectible stores, comic book shops would have over a lot of the venues that, you know, we stop at a lot. Wolverine here, the classic brown suit. There he is with his mask off. You can see a Daredevil, Man Without Fear behind all these boxes of books. And some old X-Men. Back in the Toy Biz days, look at that. Wow. To sit on this since what, 94, 95? Maybe 92. I love the packaging, and we just saw that. Some of the newer figures over at makes sense. So I think that I'm going to try to get, look at that. It's like an adult Spider-Man. I'm gonna try to get tickets for next year. I'm gonna, you know, on September 21st, gotta see what day of the week that is. Hopefully it's a Saturday, because it seems like this is probably gonna be an all-day event. I'm trying to land, you know, to see if I can actually get a ticket. Like, let's say you were gonna go there today and try to get in, they are sold out. Like, it is a year in advance, 10 months before. So, look at the Thundercats. There's a lot of comics here. The last comics that I was getting was the Flash, Bart Allen. He moved to Los Angeles, and then Smallville season 11 was going on, and then you know, kind of a new Justice League, and then I kind of stopped. I went heavy for about 2 years, and that was 2000. I'm trying to think here, 2009, 2008. And that pretty much ended, you know, me buying comics. Yeah, there are a lot of new releases, so this is cool. When you think about online, like everyone's getting them online, there are still stores that they're dedicated to selling comics. Space Ghost. So when I went to Comic-Con, it was a lifetime ago, it was 1995, early on, back when you could go there on a Saturday and buy a ticket. And, you know, it's downtown San Diego, it's at the convention center. And there was a lot. It was a lot to take in. I would love to go and do an experience and just take it all in. It would be absolutely nuts. I was thinking about people this morning. You know, we were about 2 hours ahead of San Diego. That they were probably lined up hours before it opened. I mean, just think of that. Think of the energy. Like right now, everything going on. How busy downtown is. And there's all these exclusives. There's so many new toys that I wanted to kind of dive into today, but then getting the news that Hulk Hogan passed, thought about maybe putting off some of those, but there's so many exclusives. Look at the Punisher. The Batman Beyond, Batarang, some Superman, Flash, Black Adam. There's a whole new wave of the Super Friends. The Garage Gamer sent me a text today, and I'm excited about that. There's more. There's a Colossus figure. There's a lot of stuff. I think it's gonna be a pretty exciting fall on collecting stuff. It's gonna give us a reason. Now, there's a bunch of pre-orders happening, and you know me, I wanna see it in the store. I wanna come across it. So I'm gonna hold out and see if I can find this stuff. It's like a classic Marvel poster. I love it. Look at the Punisher, Colossus, Doctor Doom. Look at Wolverine, Iron Man, Spider-Man, Captain America. Favorite render of the Hulk, and then you go to late 90s DC. Think about the Justice League Task Force. This is kind of that era, and I had this. It was in one of those comics, The Reign of Superman. Superman is back, but is any of them the real Man of Steel? We all knew they weren't, but we all put this up. We all put this poster up. That is awesome. Shaq played him. Black suited Spider-Man. This store is pretty cool. They got a lot of good stuff. Just comics upon comics. There was one Batman that I was getting monthly. 1989, maybe 90. And they skipped an issue. It was where Lonely Hearts was a 4-part series, and Nightwing. It was kind of the history of Robin. Pretty much the Jason Todd, how Wolverine grows up, Nightwing grows up thinking X-Men, and I skipped my number 4 issue, and I always said I gotta find that one, and I bet you they have it here. I'll have to look that up, come back like a Mumra. It could go either way. It's I guess it depends which Superman it is, because he can. It's crazy how fast the Flash is, depending on which Flash it is. This is Barry Allen, I'm guessing. But I mean, it's Superman and the Flash. You could argue the fact of either one of them winning. Leisure Rules, Ferris Bueller's Day Off, Matrix, classic Empire Strikes Back. Look at Vader. Gray's Sports Almanac. There's Biff. Look at these. Look at the size of these. Look at the Foot Clan. You have some throwbacks right here, some newer ones, Power Rangers, and some G.I. Joes. Wow, that is cool. I have X-Force #1, had Cable on the front. I thought that was gonna be like now, worth a ton, and they probably made so many of those. I'll have to look up that Batman. These are 50-cent comics. I still have all my comics. I sold one comic early on eBay just to kind of test out the waters early in selling, and I really didn't want to part with any of them, but it was an Iron Man, actually. It was a War Machine comic, but I have so many Batman because I had subscriptions, and of course Superman because of the Reign of Superman, and then actually I switched to the Flash because I just after so long I was just kind of like Batmaned out. And I wanted to switch it up, and I had the Flash. I believe it was Wally West. Oh, I remember this one. They had smaller books, and you could like listen along, and I would draw this one. I was like Robin driving the Batmobile. Like, look at Batman. That is the untold legend of the Batman. These are great. I mean, just huge. $14.99, $19.99. Then you have Superman versus Wonder Woman. Like, this is like DC nostalgia right here. And Marvel. Look at these. Look at the Thing. And these are the comics that I really fell in love with. The original Kenner Millennium Falcon. Look at that. The top is right here. 1979, $300. Complete with original parts, no replacements, missing some stickers, missing box, unclear if battery-powered sounds work. Look at this thing. This is, so if you do the Smuggler's Run, either Disneyland or Disney World, you can literally walk through here like that table. Like, you can sit there and get a photo. That is so cool. I had this. It was got it when my friend didn't want it anymore. It did not have that. It was pretty much open, and just there was no blasters on top. This is in great condition. I was blown away. That is cool. I thought, you know what, let's stop over here with Comic-Con happening, kind of get into some of those toy exclusives. You know, maybe we'll talk about it tomorrow. I just kind of wanted to focus more on, it takes almost a year to get tickets for Comic-Con. So I looked that up today, and I have no idea what a day pass, if you have to buy the pass for the weekend, but you know, San Diego is my second home, and I should really, I want to go, I want to try to see, I never really think about it, but I would like to go. I would like to just take it in and just see some of those new toys, like just to walk past it, because some of them that are, whether McFarlane's doing the DC or not, I know I'm always focusing a lot on DC, but it would have been cool just to see that in person. Like, oh my gosh, here's the next Super Friends, like here's the next Colossus. It's just, those are awesome. There's so much going on. So like, if you wanted to like see something, some footage, I was telling my buddy at work, on let's say there was a new Batman movie, they're gonna show, you know, private, you know, preview on it. You probably have, that's probably your entire day. You probably have to wait hours upon hours before they open that wing up, whatever, the exhibit hall, and then you sit in there. It would take up most of the day. I want to walk around and just take it all in and just kind of experience it. And all those previews, you're gonna see them anyways. So I kind of figured that. So like, just to see if I can get tickets, definitely we'll go next year. Since we're on superheroes, going on at Krispy Kreme through the 27th, dress like a hero, snack like one too. So show up at Krispy Kreme dressed up like a superhero and get a free donut. So yeah, going on through the right here, the 27th, just passing Krispy Kreme. They are open. I'm gonna grab a coffee. Haven't got a coffee yet. There's the donuts in action. Going through the fryer on the track. Going plenty. There's the Superman donuts, the Batman, the Wonder Woman. There are a ton of donuts available here. Look at all these. All right, Krispy Kreme coffee. Pass on the donuts. Just trying to behave here. It's tough when there's all those DC donuts. But yeah, you can get one for free. Just dressing up like a hero. I'll tell you what, if you've never had just a plain black coffee from Krispy Kreme, it's a good coffee. It's even better with a donut, but it's tough. Especially, you know, the fact that all those donuts, I'm not sure if they're open, how late they're open, if some of those donuts are for the next day. I'm not sure how that works, but there was a ton of them coming out. Like, it's tough. And you get a free one. If you're waiting in line, you're usually offered just a free glazed donut, and it's tough to say no to. That is for sure. Late April, early May, I met Hulk Hogan. From a distance. I would say where this sign is behind me, that's about as close as I was to Hulk Hogan. They were promoting his beer. He was in Wisconsin for about a week, 2 weeks, stopping at multiple businesses, restaurants, bars, heck, even gas stations in that period. And I decided that stopping, I'll have a link for that video. It's one of the last times that Hulk Hogan, you know, first of all was in Wisconsin and, you know, just promoting that product. I'm not sure. I'm sure he went to other states and was making appearances. But I just heard that him and Jimmy Hart were out karaoke like a few days ago prior to his passing. And, you know, from being a huge fan when I was a kid, not really being able to see him in person besides that wrestling match that was in 1986. 2025, I saw him and came as close as I was gonna get to seeing him in person, and it's always gonna be a special memory to me. That, you know, it's like running into somebody like Arnold Schwarzenegger, Sylvester Stallone, just somebody that was an 80s, you know, just muscle bound, you know, hero. He was you know, they were heroes to us, you know, Mr. T. And it was cool. I said hi to him, he said hi back. I fist bumped Jimmy Hart. I believe his son Nick was there. And it was just, it was such a fast, you know, turnaround that he was there and he was gone, that I actually thought I was following him. It was an Escalade, Cadillac Escalade. I thought I was following their car at the end. It turned out not to be them, but kind of how it ended out. And I just wanted to kind of pay my respects to Hulk Hogan, talk some Comic-Con, and stop at one more place. I'm gonna see if I can grab something Hulk Hogan. But just wanted to share that story. I will have a link for that video in the description. So, you know, it was kind of the Hulk Hogan experience. He's got Hulk. There he is. That is awesome. So yeah, I never had any of the bigger ones. I had the, you know, like this size. Like I was hoping to find. I'm gonna keep my eye out if I can find a thumb wrestler. But yeah, look at, there he is, like Hulk Hogan in his prime. And right there, yeah, the two of them. Look at this. Look at the size of him. $14.99. Yeah, I don't know. I think I'm gonna have to get him. I'd never had this one. I mean, yeah, that's not really in love with that. This is Hulk Hogan to me. And yeah, if I come across the thumb wrestler, I will pick him up too. But gotta leave with. They switched some things around. There were N64 games in here yesterday. Look at this. I mean, there's some up here, but they're switching some things. There is a new look coming here, but I'm wondering where the N64 been moved to. Look at Narc. One of my favorite NES games. A couple of pictures I found online today. There's Thunderlips, Rocky 3 standing right in front of Sylvester Stallone. It's classic. 8-bit. Hulk Hogan. Suburban Commando. Christopher Lloyd. Yeah, I mean, it's pretty much, you know, how Hulkster looked 2.5 months ago when I saw him right here, breaking Hulk Hogan, WWE legend, passes at 71. And then some of the pictures throughout his career, like, I'm always gonna remember him. Like that, he's just a kid. Gosh, if it wasn't for him, I mean, I don't think, you know, pro wrestling would be where it is. And then some of those Hulk Hogan toys. So I'm sure these are going to be in demand, you know, for a very long time. Also a post from Israel Gaming and Steve V's Man Cave Arcade. Also, the N64 games are over here on the other side. So on the other side were the NES games. So a little easier to come across them. Keep our eye on these. Look at this. You ever played Beethoven on Super Nintendo? Or what about Shaq Fu? Get that Diesel. There's some more wrestlers over here. Look at Roddy Piper. It's Andre the Giant. And no other Hulk Hogan. So gonna head out of here with this one. Yeah, and Power Rangers are new too. Look at these, still in the box. So back when I was getting my comics, I had this one. So yeah, this was one of them that would have been delivered. That's gonna do it for today. So last, got the Superman right here. Oh, check this out, the old school game magazine. I didn't see this yesterday. Yeah, man, this is just almost kind of passed for Guy Gardner, doesn't he? Look at Wolverine. But I'm really thinking about this one right here. If this drive is on there, I'm leaning towards it. So I'm gonna think about it seriously. I'd rather pick this up from here. So it comes with the controller, all the cords, and the disc drive is on there. So I'll think about it. Well, thank everybody for watching. See you guys next time. Or they have the Millennium Falcon here. So yeah, 1979. Have the same one here. And we just saw this was 300. Look at the inside. It was 300 at the comic book store. Lost Wonder. September 21st is a Sunday, so that helps. That's good. It's like 8 Pacific time, maybe 10 a.m. Central time. I am going to literally mark my calendar for the 21st and try to get tickets for Comic-Con for next year, 2026. Saying that out loud, 2026. Kind of show the haul. Picked up a couple of things at Makes Sense variety store, and then Hulk Hogan at One Stop Wonders. So I feel pretty good about it. I had doubts when I went into Makes Sense. I didn't see anything right away, and I go, oh my gosh, it is picked over. But we came up with a couple of things. Here's the haul. Hulk Hogan. I can't get him to stand on his own. Like this is like 1984. Loki is just like, who the heck is Hulk Hogan? This might be my favorite thing that I picked up, just because I mean this same era right here. Then you're gonna see that this is later on in Hulk Hogan's career. Three disc DVD. Might be is there a booklet in there? And then one of these doesn't sit too well. It's gonna keep popping out of here, but if you pass it, someone else is just gonna pick it up. So it's probably, I'll watch it one day, but for the most part, just to have Terry, just to have him on display here. So yeah, it's gonna fall out every time. Kind of hold this as a, yeah, it's the best I can do. Yeah, this is pretty cool though. Just 12 stickers inside. We'll see if there's any kind of page through a little of this in the store. Just any stickers left. I'm not seeing any. Maybe the stickers were in the front. Probably right there. Yeah, you can kind of see that they wins the belt. This is so cool. Oh my gosh. This is Hulk Hogan. Hi Hulk!